Important piece of information coming in. US President Donald Trump has claimed that India is cutting back completely on purchase of Russian oil. His restated claim on India-Pakistan ceasefire, and this comes as Trump prepares to meet China's Xi Jinping amid trade tensions.
If you look at India and Pakistan, I could say almost any one of the deals that I've already done, I thought would have been more difficult than Russia and Ukraine, but it didn't work out that way. There's a lot of hatred between the two, between Zelensky and Putin. There's tremendous hatred. Today, China's cutting back very substantially on the purchase of Russia oil, and India's cutting back completely, and we've done sanctions.
Siddhant, back to you. Honestly, analysts have been talking about how this situation has now become like a daily soap opera. What specific assurances, if at all, do you think Prime Minister Modi could have given regarding India's timeline and mechanisms for cutting back Russian oil imports, if this is true at all?
Well, this is not true. This is absolutely not true. In fact, the other day I came up with a statement, and in fact, they very clearly mentioned that India's policy, as far as India's policy of procuring crude energy is concerned, perhaps it's driven by two major objectives. One, the supply continuity, and the second is cost effectiveness. And perhaps these two objectives have been driving India's policy. Perhaps these are the claims which President Trump has been making. In fact, the other day, after the telephonic conversation with President Trump, Prime Minister Modi made it very clear that it was to exchange Diwali greetings, and in fact, he made it very clear that both countries should work to combat terrorism. So that is definitely the focus area for India when it comes to cooperation with the United States. And India seeks United States support in countering terrorism, and in fact diplomatically supporting India to counter terrorism, etc., etc. Having said that, definitely there has been a fall by 14%, if I'm not mistaken, if we go by the figures from September in the Russian crude purchases, and this could increase given the fresh sanctions by European Union, United Kingdom, and the United States. And this is for the first time that United States has sanctioned Russian oil, crude oil companies. Before this, Russian gas was sanctioned, Russian banks were sanctioned, but this is for the first time that the sanctions have been imposed on Russian crude. And despite a Russian company having a subsidiary in India, perhaps those subsidiaries will also be coming under the impact. So it's up to the oil companies here in India to recalibrate, to find out a new strategy, perhaps because since the US sanctions have been involved, and this is the first time that they have Russian oil. Perhaps it has more to do with putting pressure on President Putin to bring him to the table. But
right.
But as far as the Indian policy is concerned, it is very consistent that it has to do with the supply continuity and the cost effectiveness. It perhaps is something which drives India's policy to purchase energy.
Right, absolutely. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for sharing all that information with us. Time for a short break. You're watching CNN News 18. We'll be back with more stories.
Welcome to Moneycontrol, your ultimate destination in the ever-evolving world of finance, business, markets, policy and technology. India's preeminent news platform, driven by facts and fueled by data. A platform made in India, for India and for the world. Moneycontrol.com has a staggering reach of 100 million plus monthly active users and 6.02 million daily active users. Being a transformative digital force, reshaping how we engage with money, markets, and news. Setting us apart is our commitment to delivering accurate information and empowering financial decision-making in a dynamic ecosystem. Seeking a deeper dive into the financial realm, we present Moneycontrol Pro, a powerhouse of exclusive insights, providing actionable investment ideas and expert analysis. Because in today's fast-paced world, informed decisions demand both information and expertise. And we have 1 million plus Moneycontrol Pro total paid subscribers and 100% return in 1.5 years, beating the market. Explore market trends, access expert opinions, and utilize essential financial tools all at your fingertips. Join the millions who trust Moneycontrol.com for their financial journey, where facts meet finance and data drives decisions. Think markets, think Moneycontrol.